Hello, dear friend. Welcome to day 10. I don't know about you, but I can smell Christmas and it's snowing while I'm recording this video, and this song keeps playing in my head. Dashing through the snow in one once open sleigh. Oh, the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ha ha. Welcome to my channel, and my name is Lydia Essino. I have been on the 30-day journey challenge of sharing my story as a Ghanaian international student who arrived in Canada and my life as an education consultant. I felt like this is something I can challenge myself in order to be consistent on YouTube. Today is day 10, and I'll be sharing my experience with the Canadian classroom culture and the Ghanaian culture. This is going to be very fun. Talking of classroom, I have memories of some of my lectures. Professor Vijay, who is from India, but he's here in Canada. And I remember interviewing him, and once we also went to an Indian restaurant. He took me to an Indian restaurant and I enjoyed their meal. I also have another lecturer that is Shri. Yeah, I made really great connections with these lecturers at the time. It's been good. The Canadian classroom culture is totally different. You are encouraged to speak up, you're encouraged to contribute. I know, like, even in the Ghanaian classroom culture, like, things are changing. But my story is that when I was in Ghana before my master's, I was very shy. See, the lecturer will be teaching, I'm not getting this thing, but me, I'll never ask any question. I come from a culture where, and a lot changed as I grew up, where we are not allowed to speak up. We are not allowed to, and this is majority. I'm not saying that you are allowed, then you are out of that majority. But majority of people are very shy. They don't express themselves. They are not able to communicate. And I even see that in my consultations every now and then when I'm consulting for students, right? And that's our culture. But it's a personal thing. You have to be able to get out of that mindset, get out of that space. So I remember very well after my bachelor's, I was able to start expressing myself. That is the word, not communicating, but expressing yourself in a way that you can be very articulative and people can understand what you're trying to say. And so my studying in my bachelor's was totally different from my studying experience in my master's level at the Accra Business School. I mentioned this, I think, in day one or day two. In my master's level at Accra Business School, I was really outspoken. People thought that I was too known or everything, but this is me that had come out of my shell of shrinking and not being like outspoken and not expressing myself. So I really was in that mode, and I really, really am grateful for that experience because that gave me a way of speaking up in public or speaking up in a classroom where you are allowed to express yourself, share your views, share your ideas on any kind of topic, right? So my experience with the Canadian classroom was really cool. I'm not saying this to say that it was better than Ghana, but it gave me that hands-on flexibility, being able to lead in groups and all of that, which I got from back home either ways. I remember there was a student that I consulted for who was like he wasn't cool with his lecturers. He just came to school and he went home and he didn't talk to anybody. I was like, really? Then that's not you going to school. When you're going to school, you have to go through the school. Let the school pass through you, go through. Yeah, so um you don't go to school like that. You need to connect with your lecturers. What if you need their references or their recommendations in the future? So connect with your lectures, connect with other students. There's a student who might be your referee or reference point for a job you want. So connect with students, connect with your lectures. You know, it's great to do that. So the Canadian culture is such that the lecturer is not just talking, and you are not saying anything. You are allowed to share your views, you are allowed to disagree, you are allowed to share resources that you feel that the class can benefit from. You're allowed to share reports. These are like data reports that the class is going to be benefiting from. We were allowed to also be in groups where we'll have a circle. We'll have our decks or yeah tables put in a circle form. I remember very well we're having this discussion, and everyone was talking about their culture and how it affected a particular aspect of I can't remember the exact course, but that's what it looked like. And so we had a circle. We had people from Mexico, Brazil, Philippines, Ghana, Nigeria, Colombia, and we're all sharing thoughts, sharing our favorite meals, what it looked like, what it was used to prepare these meals. And so that kind of studies actually gives you a global perspective of what everybody is experiencing in their individual cultures, and then bringing it on to where they can experience, it on a wider scale, right? So that kind of studying is so great. In the Canadian classroom culture, you are allowed to speak, you are allowed to contribute for sure. Um, you're allowed to actually contribute to things that your supervisor or your lecturer might not even think of. It's readily acceptable. You're allowed to email your lecturer if you're not happy with the scores that you have. You want to recheck your scores because you know that you put in so much work and you don't deserve that. There was a time that we had a group work, and I had put in so much work in that group work. I won't lie, I did like more than 50% of the work. But when we submitted the work, because of the way it was presented and one person didn't really do so well, then it affected all of us. I emailed the lecturer and I said, "Sir, I respect the scores, but I feel like I put in a lot of work into this group project, so I deserve something higher." One thing I also noticed is that if you don't speak up and ask for what you deserve, you might not get it. You should always make a request or always ask for something, because you never know. You can get what you want. So don't be afraid to ask. If you're studying as a student in Canada, don't be afraid to ask at all. Be honest and be willing to express yourself in a way that is respectful, and you're respecting everyone else's opinion and concerns. You don't do it in a disrespectful manner just because. Yeah, but it's great because you're also studying with people who have come from different cultures. You can learn from them, you can learn their perspective of things, and it really does do a lot of good to the way you think and the way you would want to be very considerate and consider other people in whatever that you do, be it work, project, data, whatever you're trying to gather. You're thinking about other cultures as well, because it's not just for your culture, but you are looking at it from a wider perspective and a point of view. So that was really great for me, honestly. It was fun. It was fun. It was fun. I loved how the lectures were so down to earth. There are some lectures that will come to the class and it's like nobody can even talk. Everybody's afraid of them. But oh boy, our lectures were really, really amazing. They were already in their industries of expertise. So teaching the course was really like helpful. It gives us more practical and hands-on approach. And the lectures were like our friends, and because we know that there is mutual respect, it was really fun having them lecturers, and you can always you know ask for something in a respectful manner, you could get it. So always keep that at the back of your mind. Don't be afraid to speak up. If you are from my kind of culture and you're studying in Canada, please feel free to speak up express yourself, ask questions, ask questions. Students don't like to ask questions at all. I really encourage African students, especially, to ask questions. Ask and know that like it can be done for you. I mean, ask. The worst you can get is a no, but for sure, ask. So this is all I'd like to share about the Canadian school culture and how I enjoyed being in the classroom with my colleagues and friends from different parts of the world. Who In my next video, I'll be sharing about how I made friends and my community and all of that. So do stay tuned. I'm really enjoying this. It's having me to relive the experiences I've had over the years, and I hope you're also enjoying from it. I look forward to seeing you in day 11 as I share a lot more. And this is Lydia Essena once again. I've been sharing my journey as a Ghanaian who arrived in Canada as an international student, and also my life as an education consultant. Till I see you in the next one, when you click on that video, I'll be waiting to welcome you. Keep being awesome and God bless you. Bye bye now.